Let's look at how to create a parameter and a data source. We'll begin in the data panel. As you can see, we have two parameters to begin with, start date and end date. These are generated automatically when a new report is created. We'll take a look at the properties on a parameter. They have a name, a parameter type, so you can do a date, string, long, double, bool, or data set. Lastly, they have a default value. This uses Ignition's expression language, so the same syntax and functions that work on an expression binding will work here. You'll see on the right-hand side, if you click on the little button, there's a list of all the available extension functions, just as a handy reminder. I'm just going to clear out this sort data set function. There we are. Additionally, this little tag icon to the right here will let you use the tag reference inside the default value. Next, we'll add a new parameter. We'll come up to this plus icon, click on it, and click on New Parameter. Now, it's very important you give your parameters unique names. If you have two parameters or two data sources with the same name, look at this little error here telling you have duplicate keys. We don't want any of that, so we'll just click on the little trash can icon to delete one. And we'll call this new parameter fruit. We'll leave the parameter type as string, and this guy, we'll keep him pretty simple. He's going to be an apple. Now, note that this says default value, so this can be overridden when running your report. Let's also create a simple data source too. Click on the plus icon here. Now, we won't dive too much into all these different types of data sources, but right now we'll just use the static CSV. This is basically just a simple little data source you create yourself. Obviously, it looks like a CSV. I have some data I want to go ahead and paste into here. Just some fruit and the quantity for each type of fruit. We'll give this a name of more fruit. Now, there's a lot more to talk about with data sources and parameters, but we'll explore those more in other videos. If we come to the design section, or the design panel, and check out the key browser, you'll see when we expand parameters, fruit is already showing up. We can just drag that onto the window and show off our whatever fruit's current value is, apple in this case. And you also see in the data sources folder, you'll find our more fruits data source, and if we expand that, you'll see each of the columns appear as a key. Now, the last thing I want to show you is we look in the preview panel, you'll see, yep, there, so apple, fruit is showing apple right now. But more importantly, if we look at the raw data here, you can see the value of each parameter and data source. So you'll see that we have fruit right here, and it's showing the value of apple. And then we have more fruit, our data source, and you'll have we have our first row, the fruit column showing apple, the quantity column is showing 12. Next row, fruit showing orange, quantity is 8, and so on and so forth. So it's very, very easy to bring data into your report.